Miguna, the hurdles that I'm asking you, if you foresee them, is, for example, the same state still controls the entry points. The former CJ will come to Canada and will accompany you to Kenya. But the hurdles such as the ones you experienced at the airport, don't you see these hurdles will still be placed on your way? And how do you plan to deal with these hurdles this time around?
Okay, so let me address your question. The British came to Kenya and occupied it by force, right? And all of you were slaves, at least our grandparents were. Did they accept it because the British had guns and were effectively controlling the country? No. Were some of them killed in the process of fighting the British? Yes. Did they think that they could defeat the British? No. But what did they do? They said it is better that you die on your feet than to die on your knees. What happened in South Africa? The same thing. Apartheid had nuclear weapons. Did Mandela accept it? No. How long did he spend in Robben Islands? 27 years. Did apartheid eventually fall? Yes. How about Hitler? Was he powerful or powerless? Very powerful. Was he ruthless? More ruthless than dictator Uhuru Kenyatta? Did he fall or not? He did. How about Amin? So don't give me this cowardly question about, oh, there are hurdles in front of you. Of course there are hurdles. If there were no hurdles, there would be no need for a struggle for justice.
Okay.
If there were no hurdles, I would not be talking with you today. Have I surrendered because of the hurdles? Never, never. I would die on my feet fighting for social justice. Do you get that?
One argument is that just in case there are these hurdles on the way, what happened to you, and honestly, many Kenyans sympathize with you, and what was done to you?
No, we don't want sympathy. I'm not looking for sympathy from you, and I don't want any Kenyans to sympathize.
What happened?
All I'm asking of you,
yes,
and I'm asking of Kenyans, is to stop being cowardly and stop trying to find excuses for atrocities and illegal action by the government, that you should join us in this struggle to liberate the country so that we can all live together in Kenya as equal citizens, where there is no first class, second class, and third class citizens.
Okay.
And by the way, Ken,
yes,
in Kenya today, you are a third class citizen. Don't be deceived. You are more qualified than Matiani, okay? And maybe you do a better job than him. He's holding that position because he's a puppet and because he's favored by someone, not because of merit. So forget about merit. Okay. We want a merit-based society. So there will be hurdles. We will overcome them.
Okay. So
we will overcome them.
The argument is, what happened to you is not government policy. Would it just be easier to wait for President Uhuru Kenyatta to leave in 9 months or so, and then just come back to your country?
So you are saying what is happening to me, what is being done against me is not government policy. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you just said?
I'm saying it's not government policy that can be followed by a successive government. They don't need to do what this government has done to you. So it's not.
So I don't know what you understand by policy, because that question makes nonsense of the word policy. Okay? You, for example, does not know what this government's policy is, if it has policy. I don't think these people govern on policy. They don't govern, they rule with a gun, okay? And you don't know who is going to take after him, so you don't know whether that person will also rule by the gun.
Okay.
And it does not matter whether that person, no, let me answer the question. It does not matter whether the person rules by the gun like Uhuru Kenyatta or not. It should not stop someone from struggling for justice. What I'm trying to tell you, Ken, is that before you became a journalist, I was fighting for social justice. I started fighting for social justice when I was a teenager. And I have done that throughout my life. It will not change because we have a dictator in State House. We struggled against Moi until Moi allowed multipartyism. There was one-party state. I never joined KANU. I never sang KANU Juu. I never sang Tawala Kenya Tawala, even as a teenager, even as a boy. This is me. I have never kowtowed to tyranny. So I think that is what you don't get, that this is a different kind of human being who does not operate from the same mediocre principles that some people do. That I believe that everybody is entitled to social justice.
Okay.
And I am going to die fighting for that.
Okay.
If it happens in my lifetime that we have it, so much the better.
Okay. So
if it happens that it does not happen in my lifetime, so be it. History will record that there once lived a man called Miguna Miguna. He fought for social justice.
Okay.
I will be satisfied.
So, Daktari, this is, I get it, this is about social justice. It's not even about Miguna Miguna as a person. It's about social justice, and that's the reason why even the former CJ is taking this up.
Listen, as I said before, number one, you can talk to him, and he's already spoken to this issue anyway.